Hello, and welcome to this week's Tea with Jesus. I know, I'm very slacking. I'm putting everything above God. I'm not saying that sarcastically either. Between work and other stuff, yes, I know. I've been reading my Bible, but not enough. Anyways, we're gonna read Revelation chapter 20, and yeah, that'll be that, or at least for tonight. Alright. Again, I don't know everything, guys, so comment down in the comments your thoughts and opinions and stuff. Even if our thoughts and opinions are different, don't worry about it. So, Revelation chapter 20. And I saw the beast, again, the person that's saying, and I saw, and I heard, and I seen, that's John saying this. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Alright, that was actually verses 19 through 21 of actually Revelation chapter 19. Alright. And that was just talking about the beast and the false prophet being taken out by Jesus. Alright, here we go. Revelation chapter 20. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. This is interesting. I remember my dad talking about this when we were kids too. He said that there will come a time when, shit's really going to hit the fan and stuff. Mark of the Beast comes and, there'll be like a peace or a false peace for like 7 years, but at the halfway mark, so 3.5 years, it'd be peaceful. And then at the halfway mark, it all comes apart. Stuff really goes haywire. But I'm looking forward to the 1,000 years that Satan is bound up. Now, is it 1,000 years our time or 1,000 years God's time? Who knows? I don't know the answer to that. And I know lots of people will say, oh, it's our time, or oh, it's God's time. I'm not going to argue what it is. And then he'll be loosed again to see, I guess, who he can try and deceive and get after. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus, and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Sweet. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. So I'm just going to read, what do I have written on here? Satan gets tossed in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years. Anyone who has a part in the first resurrection doesn't have to go through the second death, as they will reign with God, Christ, 1,000 years. Second death has no power over them. That's a note I took, and who knows what I was jibber-jabbering on about that. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. Okay. On such the second death hath no power. Okay, I guess is where I got that jibber-jabber from. But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Well, that's a lot, because we all know you can't count the sand. Gog and Magog. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in the beloved city, and the fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life, and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Yeah, a lot of people is not going to be written in the book of life. Very well possibly be me too, not written in there. I sure do hope I am though, but I got to get my act together. Otherwise, I'll be one of those ones who's not written in there. It's no joke. Alright, let me know down in the comments. Thoughts, opinions. You know, say hello. Yeah. It's interesting. When I'm done the book of Revelation, is there a chapter you guys want me to read? I'm thinking next... I feel like saying the book of John because I really like the book of John. So maybe we'll do the book of John. Alright. Talk to me in the comments. Again, I'm open to thoughts, opinions, stuff like that. So, yeah. Until next time, folks, thanks for watching, tuning in, and have a good one.